Well, nobody told me to sign an NDA, non-disclosure agreement. Those were Meghan Markle's words that were implied, not even implied, they were threats because the royal family made the mistake of not making her sign an NDA. So there's no way Megxie is not going to enforce others to not talk about her, about what she does. Because, and the reason why she is making others not to say negative things about her for the rest of their lives. This is almost like the Scientology billionaire contract that you sign it for life. It's because her intentions were awful. It was not about the charity nor the children. It's all about her. And just like any abusive person or a bully, um, they always, silence is their best ally. Silencing people is the best ally. So, just like Oprah asked Meghan Markle, were you silent or silenced? We have to ask the question, are all these people, including children as young as 5, silent or silenced? Hello, beautiful people. If you like the videos, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the PayPal donations, for the super thanks. And please buy a raffle ticket. The raffle closes on October 1st. There's plenty left over, unfortunately. It's for a good cause. So yes, don't forget to click like and share and subscribe. I have worked with heads of states and royalty in my previous jobs. Okay, none of them ever try to silence children as young as 5 from ever speaking about a visit that should actually be news and helps the school or the charity. The whole purpose of heads of states, royalty, or any public person attending or going to an event in a specific school, charity, or whatever is basically for people to be able to talk about it, be excited about it. Oh my God, Catherine, the Princess of Wales, came to visit us. And oh my God, she was so kind, she was so nice. But with Meghan Markle and Harry, that's not the case. And the reason for that is because they were not there for charity, to do charity. They were there to exploit, to abuse, harass, and bully. Why do I say that? How can you even possibly? And it was not about publicizing the charity, because they asked the charity, not the school, and children as young as 5 to sign perpetual or forever NDAs. This is just like the School of Scientology, that you sign a 1 billion year works. I mean, that's forever for people. We don't live that long. So that's what Meghan Markle and Harry are doing. Silencing these very poor children. What? This is why you don't hear news about Harry and Meghan Markle to where they go. Because in order to grace people with their presence, they have these very terrible conditions. And why do they do that? Because Meghan Markle, you know, if you're a thief, you think everybody steals. If you're a hoe, you think everybody else is a hoe. If you're a bully, you think everybody's a bully. So because Meghan Markle thinks that way, Meghan Markle is the kind of woman who goes into the royal family and they didn't make her sign an NDA. She goes and trashes them because in her mind, that is because they didn't sign an NDA, I'm going to trash them because they didn't do what I want to, so they're going to pay for it now. That's how Meghan Markle thinks, because that's the way she thinks. She thinks that all these 5th graders, the teachers, are going to think the same way as she does, because she didn't fulfill the promises in order for her to come to this. And the sad thing is that these are very vulnerable people. So these very vulnerable people are desperate. They exploit that desperation, that need of these people. I'm gonna come to you, but you have to sign an NDA whereby you never ever forever talk anything bad. Never mind. It's not that they don't talk about it, that they can't say anything bad about it. They can't say that they got a bunch of boxes of tomatoes, just a couple of washing machines, that the kids, all the children from incredibly poor homes in that area in Harlem. $5 is a lot of money, guys. Especially for these children. $5 is a lot of money. They were forced to pay $5 to buy that dreadful book, The Stench, to enjoy the torture or go through the torture of listening to Meghan Markle read and Harry sitting around in the audience. And there were other guidelines. You do not approach her unless she approaches you. You do not come to her unless she comes to you. She thinks really that she's royalty. Meghan Markle is not royalty. Rachel Meghan Markle is a D-list bad actress, a D-list celebrity. I mean, who claims, it is horrible. It is pretty horrifying that the press is not exposing this more or not making it a big deal or not canceling. And how do they hide it? Oh, they were trying to protect. This is standard procedure to protect their image. At the beginning of the video, I told you that I work with heads of states and royalty and other public figures. They never, for charitable visits, I have never seen an NDA demanded or requested to the UN, to certain projects I was involved with that they visited. Ever, we have never received an NDA. If anything, it has always been, that the publicity around it. Always, like they're always very happy to publicize about it and allow the children to talk about it. When you're meeting the charities that all the British royal family has always attended, there has never been any censoring like Harry and Meghan are doing. Clearly, Harry thinks that the First Amendment is bonkers. We may not agree in what we say, guys. I know you disagree with me in quite a lot of things, especially about Charles. But Charles is part of the world order that is pro-censorship. You have no idea of the crap that goes on in this platform. Now, Bran Russell, I'm going to say that name because even by saying that name, we get banned. Bran Russell, I may not like what he does, but now the government has been exposed about sending letters of completely destroying an innocent man, because until proven guilty, all of those things are allegations and accusations. I find them disgusting. Just looking at Bran Russell, I can feel the little bugs coming out of him. But that doesn't mean that he's guilty of what he's accused. That he's repulsive or repugnant, and I may not agree with all the things. Yeah, but that doesn't make him guilty, and it doesn't give the United Kingdom Parliament the right to send letters censoring him and other platforms and earning a living. They can always take the money away, keep the thing monetizing it, put it aside until there are investigations, or unless actually there is a letter from the thing where he's officially charged with something. And the reason why I'm saying this is because the press has not picked up on Meghan Markle and Harry harassing, abusing, and bullying 5 years old into silence, forever silence. They're not. Clearly, it's standard practice for them. Why the need? Why not have these 5-year-old children, 6-year-old children, 7-year-old children? Oh my God, we met Meghan Markle, or we met Prince Harry. Why? Because they know that what they did is wrong. They know that what they're doing is wrong. They know that there's shit to be talked about. They know it. They know that they're charging these incredibly highly vulnerable poor children $5. I know that too many of you are gonna say $5. I once had to walk almost 17 kilometers to Ottawa U when I was studying because I didn't have money for the bus. In the winter, I remember getting to the bathroom and my feet were so frozen. I remember taking off the boots, and shaking them and putting against the heater. When you go into the bathroom, you have to dry your hands. And my feet, I couldn't feel them, and then the pain when they start to defrost is horrible. So $5 to these children, it's a lot of money. So why aren't they coming forward? This is why we say, why are people talking negatively about Meghan Markle? We got an indication now. And these children, and it's like when you see these poor children here, they get taken advantage of because they're starving. They are starving, and they don't have. There's a saying in Spanish: they don't have any other tree to hang themselves from than the one that's there. So Meghan uses these vulnerable children, threatens them. If you don't sign this thing, then I won't go there. You won't get the publicity. You won't get the baskets of tomatoes and the two washing machines that, or dishwashers or whatever that not even they bought, Westinghouse or whoever, whichever thing was. They didn't get any cash donations. They were not allowed to speak, to give publicity to the school, to see what the school is doing. No, because she had to control the entire narrative. Only she is allowed to speak. And it's despicable that Harry and Meghan Markle were Kevin Costner. And I know many people are saying, because I love Kevin Costner. I love his movies and stuff like that. I don't love him. I love his movies and stuff like that. But, Kevin Costner is not at fault. Yes, he is. Yes, he is, because that was his image on stage, and he lent himself for that, handing awards. I think this is the first time they've done it. He's been holding these things for a couple of years, 2-3 years now. They've never done that. You've never heard about it, but now they handed awards, so Harry and Meghan could hand an award. By the way, Meghan didn't hand an award to to Kevin Costner. And people said, but he lent himself, guys. He lent himself to allow that to happen, and he allowed these people to see him all over the place. I know that there's a conversation going around saying that Kevin hid from Meghan Markle and Harry, and he even went to the bathroom to escape them until they cornered him. But he still put himself in that situation. He put himself in that situation. He allowed them to be on stage. I mean, we didn't know about the event until then. So, was Kevin Costner also asked to sign an NDA? Was he silent or silenced? Oh, and guys, I have a video coming about Oprah. Oof, you're not going to want to miss that one. It's terrible. I saw this going around the website. I think Megan's Mold posted it, but it's so funny. I do voiceovers. Need a bodyguard from this cycle. I really do. I created this one, but because it's really funny, I do voiceovers, Kevin. I can see her doing that, and I fucking Kevin. I mean, but at least he's not stupid enough. He knows how to make women sign NDAs. But the idiot Harry's standing there. Look at Megan's face. I mean, yuck.
Quiero. ¿Pero qué pasa? Pero si yo te Violala. Es que no le haces caso, Claudia.
This is the height of exploitation. Having these children stand in line to come and give her one hug at a time to that ugly looking vulture dressed in red. By the way, Pooh from Teletubbies wore it best. But yes, look at how they keep the children at a distance, waiting their turn to go hug this absolutely disgusting creature while being silenced, gagged, harassed, bullied. That is a form of abuse, in my very humble opinion. When you exploit vulnerable children for your own gain, for publicity or whatever, that is abuse. And that there's just that passing article about Meghan Markle. Is this the Church of Meghan? When you have the Church of Scientology? Is this going to be now the new Church of Meghan, where Scientology demands that you can't talk, you sign up $1 billion? Is that she's going to sign over their blood rights as well? Why aren't people talking more about it? Now we know why. But yes, beautiful people, This is what's going on in the Church of Rachel Meghan Ragland. I'm not going to call her Markle because she doesn't deserve to be a Markle. She is a Ragland. So what are we doing about it? Why isn't there more outrage about it? We should be talking a lot about this. Instead, we're talking about whether Harry was. This is a distraction that the publicity that Meghan Markle's PR machine is doing. That because this article came out about how they gagged, harassed, and bullied children as young as 5. Oh, we're gonna talk about how Harry is the victim because now his father didn't have time to see him, and now he has to ask in advance whether he can come to Windsor. He shouldn't even be allowed in the UK. He shouldn't even have a title. So his skanky wife shouldn't be able to exploit that title. I feel so sad for the good people of Sussex who deserve better. Instead of having Harry and Meghan doing that, they should be told that they cannot use the titles for any public appearance. Only when they're doing a royal act in the United Kingdom. And since they're not going to be doing any, they won't be able to use them. The king has the power to put those titles, remove those titles. But of course, Charles won't do that. And we have to ask ourselves why. And I'm going to leave you with this, beautiful people. Why aren't you more upset about it? Don't permit this story to be hidden with other headlines that they put out. Oh, Harry wasn't allowed to stay at Windsor Castle. Harry has to notify his father. Meghan is worried about their relationship with his father. Where Harry's family, how bad their relationship is. There's nothing worse than a person playing victim in a drama they've created, in a bad situation they've created for themselves. Yeah, Meghan Markle is claiming to be a victim of her own nasty actions. She's claiming to be a victim of her own doing through her own actions. This is like you beating a child and saying, oh my God, he made me beat him. She's created all this bad press through her terrible actions. She still finds imbeciles who enable her, including her husband and including the monarchy by their, when you fail to act, and don't come here and say, oh, they're playing the long game. How much longer? How much longer? Meghan Markle and Harry have been exposed. Oh, they're going to expose themselves here, but what people don't understand is that while they're trashing themselves, they're trashing also the name of the monarchy. Because the monarchy, the monarch is the head of state, not only of the United Kingdom, but the Commonwealth and the realms of the countries in the Commonwealth. So, yeah, you would not see Apple allow its CEO go trash Apple and say, yeah, you get to keep the CEO title of Apple. Of course not. They'd be out the window. You would not see an employee. Can you imagine this? Let's say a CEO, general manager, or PR person from Oprah or Harpo, as she likes to call it, go in a worldwide stage and trash her using the title, I'm the directing manager of Oprah magazine, and I'm going to trash the hell out of it. But she must keep, if she doesn't let me keep the title, the jet, and all the perks, I'm going to trash her even further. Oprah would have immediately fired her ass. Why is this allowed to happen? And why are we silent about it? Are we being silenced?